Good morning, students. Welcome you to the second session of the lesson The Sound of Music. Already we have come across the first session dealing with Evelyn Glennie, right? She became deaf at an early stage. At the age of 11, she became profoundly deaf. And it was noticed when she was 8 years old, when her mother called for doing some work. She could not listen to her. Okay, and she was taken to the specialist, and the specialist advised the parents to fix with a hearing aid and to send the child to a school meant for the deaf. And there he wanted to pursue her interest in music. One day she happened to see a girl playing xylophone, and she too wanted to do it, right? And everybody discouraged her except Ron Forbes, a percussionist, found in her potential, and he prepared two drums. And the one that reaches her waist up, and the other that reaches her waist down. And she was advised to not to listen with her ears because it was deaf. She was deaf, and instead she should feel through the vibration. Okay, this is where we stopped. Shall we continue? Yeah, we have already discussed the first three paragraphs, and now we will start with the fourth paragraph. She never looked back. From that point onwards, she toured the United Kingdom with a youth orchestra, and by the time she was 16, she had decided to make music her life. She auditioned for the Royal Academy of Music and scored one of the highest marks in the history of the Academy. She gradually moved from orchestral work to solo performances. At the end of her 3 years course, she had captured most of the top awards. So children, the fourth paragraph is all about how she made her life for music, or she made music her life. What do you mean by auditioned? The word audition here, auditioned, okay, a difficult word for you. Meaning is here already. Audition means give short performance, okay, so that your voice will be checked. Okay, meaning is given here, you can follow it. And another one is orchestra. You know, a musical group is their orchestra. Orchestral work means here the group work, means singing in a group. Instead of that, she made solo. Solo means alone, single performance, solo performance. And at the end of 3 years time, she captured, what do you mean by captured? Captured most of the top awards. Okay, is it clear? Where did traveled? Here, toured means traveled to the United Kingdom with the youth orchestra. First of all, she started her career in an orchestra, okay, at the age of 16. Later on, she decided to perform alone. Okay, so that paragraph is over. Now we will go to the next paragraph. And for all this, Evelyn won't accept any hint of heroic achievement. If you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi-percussionist with a mastery over some 1,000 instruments and hectic international schedule. So children, so after 3 years of practice and performance, she became very famous. Okay, and what advice she has for you? She says, if you work hard and know where you are going, you will get there. Okay, that is the thing. So you have to have a focused approach of life. You should focus on thing. Your destination should be clear. If you know the destination, you will reach there. That is the sense, that is the meaning that she wanted to share with others. And she got right to the top, the world's most sought after multi percussionist. Already we have come across what percussion is. Okay, playing of drum and other tabla, etc. So she has mastered 1,000 instruments, and now she has got very active international schedule. She will be going to different countries to give her performance. That much fame she has grabbed. It is intriguing, the word meaning intriguing. Okay, what is intriguing? Interesting. Intriguing means interesting, otherwise called as fascinating or very curious. It is interesting to watch Evelyn function so effortlessly, with more effort, because she had to feel the music through her body parts. She cannot listen, she cannot hear, she has to feel it through her body parts, through vibration. In our 2-hour discussion, she never missed a word. Men with bushy beards give me trouble, she laughed. When you talk to her, okay, she will capture all the words that comes through your mouth. But she says she has problem with persons with bushy beards. Why? Because when a person having bushy beards, she cannot focus on the lips movement through which she learns, through which she understands. Okay, she laughed. It is not just watching the lips, it is the whole face, not only the lips, the whole face, especially the eyes. But the persons with the bushy beard, these parts will not be so visible for her. So she speaks flawlessly without a mistake, flawlessly with a Scottish lilt. Okay, again words are here. Flawlessly. What do you mean by flawlessly? Without a mistake or a fault. Lilt, a way of speaking. For example, your own language, Kannada, you speak in a different style. Those who are from the north part of Karnataka speaks in a different way. Those who are in the south Karnataka in a different way. So the lilt is there. Same English also, American English, British English, we have different accent. The same way she speaks in the same way of speaking. Scottish language. My speech is clear because I could hear till I was 11. She says she has no problem with the speaking because she became deaf at the age of 11. She says, but that does not explain how she managed to learn French and master basic Japanese. Okay, not only the Scottish language, she knew now 2 other languages, which are French and Japanese. And it is a surprise how she happened to learn these 2 new languages after becoming deaf. So it's a question mark. That means her great interest in learning the language is visible here. As for music, she explains, it pours in through every part of my body. It tingles in the skin. What is tingling? Giving the sensation. Slight sense, meaning is given here, causes a slight pricking or stinging sensation. Suppose somebody pinches you, you feel that pricking sensation. Like that, it tingles in the skin, my cheekbones, and even in my hair. So she can feel the vibration through her cheekbones, through her hair. When she plays the xylophone, she can sense the sound passing up the stick into her fingertips. Okay, through fingertips she feels it. By leaning against the drums, she can feel the resonance. What do you mean by resonances? Means echoes flowing into her body. On a wooden platform, she removes her shoes so that the vibration pass through her bare feet and up her legs. Actually, whenever she is on a wooden platform, what does she do? She removes her shoes. Why? Because she can feel the vibration through her naked feet. If you wear shoes and chappals, you cannot have the sense. Okay, you can have the vibration only when you are naked feet. So she did the same thing. Okay, so what it's clear. So she works effortlessly. Here the picture is given. She playing the xylophone. You see, she gets the vibration through her fingers and cheekbone and the hair, and whenever she stands on the wooden platform, she removes her shoes or chappals. Right? Now, shall we continue? Not surprisingly, Evelyn delights her audience. In 1991, she was presented with the Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award. What is the year? 1991. What is the award? Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist award. Okay. Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious award. Year is 1991. All of you remember 1991. She was gifted, she was presented, she was conferred upon what? The Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious soloist award. Okay, says master percussionist James Blade. Who said it? James Blade, the famous percussionist, said she was given that award. God may have taken her hearing, but he has given her back something extraordinary. What we hear she feels far more deeply than any of us. That is why she expresses music so beautifully. This is what is quoted in the introduction. What is that quoted in the introduction? When God has taken something from her, the same God has given something ordinary to her. Is it clear? You may have come across people having no hand, no leg, but they are good at in some other way. Am I right? You may have seen those blind people, a good singer, or a deaf person, a good singer again. So like that, God has taken something out of her, but given her back something extraordinary. Okay, clear? Now, next paragraph. 9. Evelyn confesses that she is something of a workaholic. Now she says she is like a workaholic. What is workaholic? One who is too much working by nature. For example, meaning is here, a person who finds it difficult to stop working. That means continuously doing some or the other work, other pieces of work. Okay, I have just got to work after often harder than classical musicians, but the rewards are enormous. What do you mean by enormous? Enormous, very big prices are coming. Apart from that regular concerts, Evelyn also gives free concerts. You know what concert is? Musical program. Concerts in prisons and hospitals. These two you have to remember. Where does he perform music for free or for charity purpose? In prisons and hospital. She also gives high priority to classes for young musicians. And Richelin of the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children says she is a shining inspiration for deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. So who said it? Anne Richelin. Okay, what did she say about Evelyn? She is a shining inspiration. What is inspiration? Motivation for the deaf children. They see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. Means there is no limit for a person to go ahead. Okay. So remember Anne Richelin, the Beethoven Fund for Deaf Children. Okay. Yeah. Now the last part, the last paragraph. Evelyn Glennie has already accomplished more than most people twice her age. Okay, what is accomplished? Achieved. Here, accomplished means fulfilled, achieved. Okay, achieved or fulfilled more than most people twice her age. She has brought percussion, what is the art of playing tabla, drums, etc., to the front of the orchestra. Even now, when you go for a orchestra, you see this percussion is there, and demonstrated. What is demonstrated? Displayed, shown that it can be very moving. She has given inspiration to those who are handicapped. Okay, handicapped people are there, but differently abled people are there. Nowadays we call differently abled instead of handicapped. When you say handicapped, it gives a negative sense. When we say differently abled, that means they can do in some other way. The handicapped people who look to her and say, if she can do it, I can. If she can do it, I can. Means when she was deaf and she can do this much, why not I can. And not the least, she has given enormous pleasure to millions. So her credit is she has given pleasure to the enormous millions, very big crowd or for the large population. What did she give? Enormous pleasure. Okay, so children, it is very clear that handicap is not a hindrance. Though you are handicapped, you can excel. Here it's the best example. That means here Evelyn Glennie, who became deaf at the age of 11, did not stop with her desire to become a musician. With the help of Ron Forbes, the first percussionist who helped her, when all others discouraged her, Ron Forbes found in her the capacity, the capabilities. Okay, then he prepared 2 drums. That was the beginning. Then onward, there was no looking back for that little girl, the Scottish girl, and she even mastered 2 other languages, Japanese and French. That was a big surprise. Generally, she follows the facial expression, also the lips movement, okay, to understand what others are talking to her. Okay, children. Now, after practicing for 3 years, she started performing solo performance instead of orchestral performance. She started doing solo performance, and she got awards. Already we have mentioned the award. What is the award? Royal Philharmonic Society's prestigious Soloist of the Year award in the year 1991. Okay, and also she started giving free concerts, means without charging money, to prison and hospital, because people are depressed there. So her music inspired them. And Anne Richlin, what did she say about Evelyn? She is a shining inspiration for deaf, and they see that there is nowhere that they cannot go. That means people can go. Handicap is not a hindrance. Okay, children, that is the end of the first part. That's all about Anne Glennie. Okay, Evelyn Glennie. Sorry, Evelyn Glennie. Okay. Okay, children, go through all the questions related to part 1, the sound of music, and write down in your notebook. Don't fail to do it. Okay, so first 2 pages vocabulary, then the important questions, and 1 or 2 essay questions. Okay, that is the homework for the day. Thank you, and we shall meet again tomorrow with the second part, that is all about Bismillah Khan.